welcome to the show. Yeah, gotta let them know. Gooooat, what? Gooooat, what?
Takes it to the net. Jones with a shot and a score. Great goal. How did that go in?
Jones shot, scores. Oh, he caught Dylan Ward leading.
Jones winds, fires, and scores.
Now we got a goal in transition.
That's Jonesy.
Your boy Mitch Jones with his second shot and a goal from Mitch Jones. Stay hot. There's Mitch Jones, his first of the night. Quickest stick in the West. Gooooat sends it up to Jones. Stings the back corner. Another transition finish. Mitch Jones finishes it off. Coming in from his right, Jones in on goal, scores.
Look at that pass in front, and Vancouver with Jones.
He's heating up. Mitch Jones, another strong.
Welcome, Goat fans, to another episode of Goat Radio. I'm the Big Man, and I am pumped to have our next guest. And it's about time we talk about the wicked sport of lacrosse, and no better to do it with one of the most elite players in the NLL. And not only that, he's a dual athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm jacked up to bring to you Mitch Jones, AKA Jonesy.
Pumped to be here. I'm sure we'll have a little bit of a hockey talk as well in there, but yeah.
100%, man. I know it's crunch time at the end of the year, so thank you for taking the time, man.
We're in a bit of a playoff hunt.
Absolutely. We'll get into it. First things first, the Goat fans know the drill. We just got to say what we're wearing.
We're in a Team Canada jersey, obviously. A little bit corny. It does have my own name on it, but it's the only time I've ever put the Canadian flag on. I went to a tournament in Russia as like a BCHL showcase kind of team. So I've always kept this jersey kind of cool. They were the jerseys that the World Junior team wore, and then they only wore them for one tournament, so they gave them to us. So I can't remember what year it was, but probably worn by someone a little bit cooler than me as well.
Yeah, buddy, it looks beautiful. All right, I'm wearing the red New Jersey Devils Ilya Kovalchuk, one of the beauties in the Goat Raj.
Oh yeah,
one of my favorite Russians. All right, man. Like I said, you're a dual athlete, Mitch, and it's a rare thing to do. And you played for the Northern Michigan Wildcats for 4 years, and simultaneously you played lacrosse. I don't know many people who've done that, man. So growing up, and now you're a grizzled veteran in the NLL. Growing up, I played lacrosse and hockey, but I felt like I had to make a decision, hockey or lacrosse. Did you just love both and you just couldn't give one up?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, a lot of guys did play both, but it's kind of rare how long I got to do it for, right? I think I was just kind of stubborn. I love playing both. And
yeah,
like growing up in BC, you have the winter season and the summer season. They make perfect sense. Wasn't always that way going up the higher levels you go up, but I was just kind of stubborn and always wanted to play both. And was lucky enough to be able to play hockey at school, which then I was almost surprised by it. Like the NLL team started calling me because I was draft eligible.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, yeah, sure, you can draft me, but I'm not going to be able to play for 4 years, basically. And a couple guys did some research for me and were like, I think you can come play right away. Like you don't sacrifice your NCAA eligibility. And from that moment on, I was obviously interested in doing it and kind of got entered into NLL that way.
Awesome. So we'll touch on hockey first. So you played in your junior days in the Pidge, legendary Pidge. You played with the Sock guys.
Yeah.
Won a nice championship. You went over, you had a stint with the V's, Penticton V's, went over the Centennials.
Yeah.
And then Surrey Eagles.
Correct.
Ended off. You got a nice scholarship, NMU, Northern Michigan University. I got to ask you, how was school? How was the Upper Peninsula, man?
School, I know you know all about the Upper Peninsula. The UP was great to me, man. I had a great experience there. It's a hockey town, hockey area, right? They love it there.
Yeah.
I went to Northern Michigan, it's a D2 school, but the hockey program's Division 1. So you're kind of, they're taking care of you. You're kind of the big dogs on campus. People care about it. And it was a great experience. I went there. I lived with Jake Baker, who's a Port Moody kid. So came back and kind of made a bunch of friends, a bunch of his buddies, the Port Moody boys, who I think you know pretty well.
Yeah.
Great experience. I had 4. We would have played against each other, the first 2 years, I think it was.
My last 2 years. So your first 2 years.
Yeah, and that was when it was the WCHA, or sorry, the CCHA.
You were the CCHA. We were still in.
Yeah, you guys were in Yeah, that was a wicked conference, and we played our out of conference games against you guys. Might have been.
I'm glad you brought that up because people don't know this. Michigan Tech, Northern Michigan, they got one of the most heated rivalries all of college hockey.
Oh yeah, it's that close. The fans travel well. We play in front of packed barns every time. I had a lot of fun in those games. I did look it up before the interview. I went 3-1 on you, so I had to flex on you.
Oh, did you?
I didn't do that well against Tech over the 4 years, but those first 2 years we started 3-1.
You know what? I knew you were going to say something like that, but I got a stat here.
Okay.
I had a stat ready. The last 20 seasons, Tech is 37, 27, and 7. But I guess when we played,
I figured that it hasn't been pretty. But the last time we played, you smacked us 8-2. So you can.
Regardless, though, that's one of the memories I have of school. The battle of the UP, all the Upers coming out, and it was a war, man. It was a war.
I'll go this far. I think my most memorable win was going into Tech and winning a game like that. I'm sure you did the same thing in Northern. Those are cool wins, and it's a crazy rivalry that no, I'll never forget those games.
So, like I said, you played lacrosse simultaneously. Did you get? I know you said you were allowed to play, but did you need permission from the team because of your scholarship and where the coach is like, "Fuck, I don't want you to play." Like, what if you get hurt or something?
For sure. My coach was pretty good at it. As the 4 years went on, I think he kind of maybe regretted his decision a little bit, but he was great to me right away. I explained him the situation, and he knew going in I was a lacrosse player in the summer and was still playing. I don't think he expected me to be leaving the team at the end of the year when we're done to go play in the pros, but he knew I'd play in the summers, and he was good. He said, "Yeah, of course, if that's something that's available to you, go ahead. We'll help you out as much as we can." I think I also had I would play summers, and I came to school late a couple years, so I think it started to wear on him. He wasn't as happy, but yeah, he was good to me. He let me play both, and like I said, I'm a little stubborn, so I kind of forced it on him. I really wanted to keep playing both as long as I could.
Absolutely. And, well, now it was a good choice. Now you're an absolutely grizzled vet. You're like a 10-year veteran in the NLL, and like a lethal scorer. I think you're top 2 or 3 in the whole league. What's been the recipe to your success, you think?
I've always just trying to get better every single year. Like you said, it's been 10 years that it flies by, really. There was a COVID year and a couple injury years, but 10 years is a long time to be doing it. You learn your way around the ropes, and just trying to get better every year, trying to add something to my game, trying to stay in shape is a big thing, especially in our league. We're not necessarily full time, so you kind of got to be self-motivated. You see guys all the time who aren't self-motivated and they're done, they get replaced, right?
Yeah.
So just making sure you're on top of your stuff and putting the work in, and still trying to get better at age 31.
For sure. And then lacrosse and hockey, they kind of complement each other, right? Did you any skills you kind of got from playing hockey to transferring it to the NLL?
I think the hand skills are definitely the biggest thing that translates. The other thing is I think a strength of my lacrosse game is just kind of taking body contact, and I'm not the fastest guy, but I can almost shielding the puck. That's obviously a huge skill in hockey. So learning how to do that, feel contact and rolling and spinning off guys, that definitely translates a lot. And then, that's probably the main two.
And you were a D-man, you're a wicked D-man in hockey, and you're a forward in lacrosse. Was it always like that? Or did you try out defense first?
My hockey, I always wanted to be a defenseman in hockey, but I was a late bloomer. So when you hit 15 and everyone's getting drafted to the WHL, I was just a little kid, but they started throwing me on forward because I was too small to be a real good defenseman, or so everyone told me. So then I started playing forward, but I didn't like it as much. Then I hit a growth spurt, hit 6'3". I was like, hey, can I try defense again? I think I can do it now. And so I was always up and back. Even in college, they put me at center a little bit sometimes when we needed help there. But I laughed because I was kind of an offensive defenseman, but a defensive forward. I couldn't really find that happy medium to make it all work perfect. But I definitely enjoyed playing defense in hockey and kind of moving the puck. And then I've always been a forward to playing lacrosse.
Yeah. Okay, there was big talk last year. It was big news all over the lacrosse world. You getting traded from Vancouver to Philadelphia. Vancouver Warriors to the Philadelphia Wings. Now, obviously, this is your hometown down in Vancouver. You were playing in front of family and friends every night. It must have been an emotional trade.
For sure. I think I've been in Vancouver since 2018. I mean, I was fired up to come back here. They moved downtown. I had a few great years there, coming in, playing in front of family and friends, like you said. I think near the end there, we weren't having very much success. And as fun it is to play in front of your family and friends, it's also kind of sucks to come in and get shit kicked in front of your family and friends. And
sure.
so that started to maybe wear on me a little bit. And I think it was kind of just a mutual bet for the better of both sides to move on from there. But yeah, super emotional. I didn't think I'd never been traded mid-season before. It hits you pretty quick, and then right back next week, you're back on the horse playing for a different team. It's been a couple months since then, so I'm pretty fired up about it, and in the playoff race with Philly now. But yeah, definitely a lot of emotions that week coming to me.
Yeah, that must have been tough. You probably made good friendships. Those are your brothers for a bit, and I wonder how's been the transition to Philly.
It's been good. It's been like you said, Vancouver's my home. Like I thought I was gonna be here. Probably, yeah. If you asked me a year ago, I would be like, yeah, I'm gonna play here forever as long as I can, and try and make this team as good as we can get. Didn't work out that way. So the transition's been good. I got to go out to Philly, live there for a month. I've never been really out in the East Coast before. Visit New York City, all that stuff. Teammates are great. Team's doing pretty well. We're in a pretty fierce playoff hunt right now, but hopefully we can scratch out some wins in the year here. But yeah, transition's been great. It's always change can be good sometimes. See a different perspective to it. Just show up to the arena and play. Don't have to think about too much else, and it's been good.
For sure. I know the Philly fans, they absolutely love you.
The Philly fans are great.
Yeah, how are they, man? Because you know why? The Philadelphia Flyer fans, they're known for being pretty ruthless and tough and like I remember when Dave Hackstall was the coach, they were chanting "Fire Hackstall." I remember. So they're pretty onto the squad, but they seem to really love you guys.
Torts is there now. He's still hanging on. They haven't turned up yet. But the Philly fans they're crazy. They are crazy. I've enjoyed it. Obviously, I've had some success there, and they love me for the time being. But it's been awesome there. Like lacrosse in Vancouver is pretty big. There's obviously a lot of players that come from here. They're getting bigger and bigger crowds, and it's not a bad thing, but people are there to hang out. People are there to drink and party, and maybe it's because the team's not that great. But in Philly, like you got fans swarming you after the game, asking you specific questions, asking you about your schedule, asking you about your contract, everything you can think of. And it's almost overwhelming at first, but I think it's pretty cool how much they care and how they show up, and they do that. They got every sport you can name in Philly, and they show up for every single one. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
sports town for sure. What is you mentioned it's a fierce playoff push.
Yeah,
I think you got 3 games left.
3 games left.
And once is it? They take 4 teams out of the East, 3 out of the West with a wild card or something like that, right?
Exactly. Top 4 in the East, top 3 in the West, and then there's 1 spot left for the next best team, essentially.
Okay, and then you guys got your game up on Saturday.
Yeah, we got a big one. We're in Toronto, so we end Toronto, all 3 on the road. Toronto, Albany, Rochester. Toronto's first. If they're not the best team in the league, I think they're first or second in the East. We beat them last time we played them at home, so that's a big one for us.
Yeah,
and there's 3 teams in the East, all at 7 and 8, all with 3 games left. So we got to win some games, and one of us will get them for sure, maybe 2 of us.
And I guess you control your destiny.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe not technically, but if we win 3 in a row, I'm pretty sure we're looking good.
Yeah, start with 1.
Start with 1, of course.
Yeah. So Minto Cup, Man Cup, legendary national championships that you won. With the Shamrocks, you won the Man Cup, and then
Shamrocks, and then Minto Cup before that with the Orangeville Northmen.
The Northmen, that wicked name, by the way.
They're a wicked franchise, junior lacrosse legendary franchise. I should know that. I think they got 6 Mintos now, maybe even 7.
Yeah.
Crazy little lacrosse town in just north of Toronto there. I wish I spent more time in Orangeville. I spent basically half a summer there, and the playoff run is one of the best times of my life. But nothing bad to say about the Orangeville Northmen. I
wanted to ask you, obviously both of those championships are both meaningful. What's the most memorable, you think, out of Minto Cup or Man Cup, if you remember?
That's tough for me. I think the Minto, just because it came first, and like I was a bit bigger part of that team.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say go away from the man, but the man, I was either a rookie or my second year, and like we had a stacked team. It was also a fantastic experience. The fans in Victoria are the best in BC. They pack that barn every week on Friday nights. I want another man cup though, so when I get that, that'll be the most special one in the Bellies, new S guy.
And I just want to say this stat: you hold a record for the Minto Cup final in points.
The Minto,
13 points in one fucking game.
I'll tell a story of that game because I don't know, I remember it like it was yesterday. I grew up playing in Delta against all the Coquitlam guys who we played in that final. I have I lost every single year. We were second place to Coquitlam every year growing up.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I got to play them my last year junior. I'm overage 21-year-old, and it was pretty special to be able to do that and finally beat them and kind of hang one on them in the Minto Cup.
Holy fuck! How many goals did you get?
6, maybe 7. It was it wasn't a close game, maybe a couple in garbage time, but
that's all right. Standing record though. That's awesome. So you're gonna go compete for the Man Cup again?
Yeah, so I play summers with New Sound Bellies. We're gonna make a run at this year. It rotates every year. 1 year the winner of the East hosts it, the next the winner of the West. So this year it's in the West. It'll be hosted by someone in the West. Hopefully us at Queen's Park.
Awesome, brother. Good luck to that, and good luck to the rest of the season. Last question before we get into some GOAT rapid fire. The main kind of theme of this podcast is to kind of talk about the GOATs of the sporting world, right?
Yeah.
Who is the GOAT player you played with or against in both hockey and lacrosse?
Oh man, GOAT player for hockey is maybe the tougher one. I was thinking about the guys I play against. I mean, I grew up playing with Brendan Gallagher. I played on in major midget. We were on a line together. He's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
He's probably the top guy that I played with. Maybe I grew up in high school with Evander Kane too, and played a season with him. I think on the same team.
Wow.
I'll go with Gally.
The
Delta kid.
Yeah. What about lacrosse?
Lacrosse. Oh, I mean, I played with John Tavares my rookie year in Buffalo. I think his story's been told a little bit. He's if he's not the GOAT, he's one of them. So I'll put him up there.
Extremely GOAT worthy, that guy.
Yeah.
He's actually on the GOAT fire. All right, brother. GOAT rapid fire. Give me your choice. You can expand if you want to, or you can say next question.
Okay.
All right, brother. Let's GOAT. Connor McDavid or prime Pavel Bure?
Oh boy, I'll take McDavid. Yeah.
Mick Jesus.
Mick Jesus all the time.
Holy shit, man. Nutty. All right.
I've seen some Bure highlights, but McDavid, we got to go McJesus there.
100%. Cale Makar or Quinn Hughes?
Ooh, I feel like I'm going against the Vancouver vibe here, but I'm going Cale Makar. I like what he brings to the table.
All around, yeah. And he's got some hardware on his hands.
Yeah, that adds to it as well.
Okay, lacrosse legends. John Tavares or Gary Gait?
I knew you were going to say that. I'm going Gary Gait. Good Victoria boy. Maybe not the longevity, but man, that guy was an animal. Like he was unstoppable at times, and JT was too. But yeah, I like the physical presence that Gary brought.
I know Gary and he had a brother. I don't know much about them, but he had a brother, Paul or something. And then
Paul was, I mean, Gary kind of gets more. They talk about him more, but they're basically the same player. One was a lefty, one was a righty, so they just came at you from both sides, and they're units. Like they just were 6'2", 6'3", and just like a running fridge out there, and they'd run through and around guys, and then just nasty stick skills. Like we're throwing behind the backs, throwing everything. They were doing air gates from behind the net. They made up moves that people never seen before. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Fuck, awesome. Okay, who would win in a series today? The old school Chicago Bulls or today's Golden State Warriors?
Oh man, these are tough questions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Warriors would blitz them with the 3 balls. I think they would take it.
You know what? People are gonna message me after this and be like, "Fuck that!" But you know what? I agree with you, man. The threes.
Yeah, it's a little controversial, and I mean, Jordan's the GOAT, but Steph's damn, he's close. He's right there. He's doing some crazy stuff, and just the way they play ball, I don't think they would have the answer for it.
100%, man. Peyton Manning or Patrick Mahomes?
Patty Mahomes. And still working on it, but he's gonna get there for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Go Radio loves wrestling. Okay.
Okay.
Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair?
Ric Flair. Put him on.
Oh, you like Ric Flair?
I was like my older brother. Are you an 88? My older brother's an 88, which is like that's like the golden era of wrestling from what I know. And so I kind of like watched him watch it. I was into it as well, but not as much as him. But yeah, I'm a Ric Flair guy.
Jason's your older brother?
Jason's my older brother. You guys probably play in the Pidge against each other, I think.
He's a beauty. He played with my cousin, but I know Jason. And you have a little brother, right?
I have a little brother, Ryan. Yeah, he played some hockey. He's like 6 years younger than me, though, so a little bit younger. But he had played for the Giants for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Also played for the Hawkeyes before that.
Wow, athletic brothers, that's for sure. Another wrestling one: Bret the Hitman Hart or Shawn Michaels the Heartbreak Kid?
Oh, are those two Canadians? Am I mistaken there?
Just the Hitman.
Just Hitman. Okay, I'm going Hitman Hart then.
Good answer. GSP, so George St. Pierre or Anderson Silva?
I gotta take Silva there. I don't love his late career antics, but I'll go Silva in his prime.
Nice. Powerade or Gatorade?
Gatorade. Blue Gatorade, maybe yellow.
Okay. I don't want to sewer you or anything, but this is just a it's been a topic the last couple of weeks. Blondes or brunettes?
Oh yeah. Let's go with the blondes.
Blondes. Okay. Favorite pregame meal?
Favorite pregame meal. I think I'm superstitious in the sense that like I'm not like I try not to be superstitious. Like I eat all kinds of stuff. I don't know, probably a nice steak, just a nice tenderloin, no sides, get me going.
Oh, nice. Carnivore.
Carnivore, yeah.
Okay. What's the most difficult sport to play in terms of skill, toughness, physicality?
Hockey's got to be up there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with hockey. Like, there's a lot going on. You got to be tough. You got to be able to skate. You got to be able to being tough on your skates and being tough is two different things. You got to be able to do that. Yeah, I'll go with hockey.
Nice. Would you rather get bag skated or bag ran?
Bag skated, 100 out of 100.
Oh yeah.
You got the cold air. You're coasting.
Yeah. Is it called bag ran in lacrosse?
What do they call it?
Or lines or whatever?
Suicides, they call it.
Suicides. Okay.
Yeah, you want to run some suicides.
I got a multiple choice question.
Okay.
Which GOAT hockey player also played lacrosse growing up out of this list? A, Wayne Gretzky, B, Connor McDavid, C, Gordie Howe, D, the local GOAT Kyle Turris, or E, all of the above?
All of the above.
It's all the above, man.
Yeah.
Shows you how well the sports work together. All right. You're a decade veteran in the NLL. Who holds the heavyweight belt in your 10 years?
In my opinion,
in fighting, yeah.
Heavyweight belt, Billy D. Smith. He was a monster. He didn't even have to defend it that many times because there wasn't too many takers. I mean, there's a lot of guys, man. I'll put Rory Smith up there too. That guy was an animal. His brother plays, I'm not sure where he is now, but Brendan and Riley Smith are both in the NHL.
Oh yes, I remember the trio.
Their brother was a different breed, man. I played with him in Victoria. He was a wild man. He'd take on anyone.
Wow. Okay. I want to create a little stir in the Lower Mainland. What is the most legendary best organization between the three? Burnaby Lakers, Coquitlam Atanaks, or New West Salmon Bellies?
Well, that's an easy one. It's the historic New West Salmon Bellies. 24-man cups. I think I was their ball boy in 1995, so I've been with them for a while.
Oh, nutty.
Yeah, Salmon Bellies. 2023, we're back at it.
Awesome. Okay, last question, Mitch. And you have both perspectives in the locker rooms of hockey and lacrosse. Who drinks more booze, hockey players or lacrosse players?
That one's an easy one too. It's lacrosse players. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, growing up, it's in the summer, first of all, and it's just an easy, when you're in the summer, what do? You drink a beer, right? And then
yeah,
lacrosse players they're a little bit of a different breed when it comes to drinking. There's definitely a little bit more. Not that hockey players don't get after it, but lacrosse guys, I think, are just a little bit ahead.
Awesome, man. Mitch, man, thanks for doing this. It's toast to the GOAT time, man.
Running, I'm coming back. Don't do it without me.
Okay, brother. Yeah, let's do it.
you're on. Should we tell the people what time it is?
Yeah, what is it? It's 10 a.m.
10:20. Yeah, I'm gonna toast you with a little Casamigos.
Oh, beauty. I'm gonna fucking rip up fucking Corona for you.
No salt, no lime. Let's go. This will be tasty.
All right, brother.
You doing a tornado?
I don't know. I can't do that. I'll just throw it down. Mitch, you are an absolute GOAT dual athlete, and that's a very rare type of GOAT. And not only that, you're an absolute beauty. So thanks for doing this. Thanks for throwing on jersey and doing this with me, man.
Cheers to that. Cheers to the GOAT radio.
Thank you, bro.
Cheers. Not bad. I should do that more often at 10:30 in the morning. Done.
Fuck yeah. And you know what? I forgot. It's also my birthday today.
Happy birthday. Fuck yeah.
And I'm going to have a few more today.
Yeah.
And probably take the kids to the movie theater.
There you go.
Muck it up in the theater, get the wife to pick us up.
You got a day ahead of you. There you go. Look at the day out too. It's perfect.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thanks again, man. I wish you nothing but the best of the remainder of the season. Make the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs, man.
Cheers, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that.
This is the greatest of all time podcast show, GOAT Radio. We will see you next time for more GOAT history. See ya, Jonesy.
See you later.
Quarters ago, give me your vote. Ripping my shirt, thinking I'm Ho. Hollywood Hogan and WO. Give him the boot, top of the ropes. Put him to sleep, give him the choke. Go radio, best of all time, didn't know. Talking the game, chat with the pros. Switching the lanes, clearing my throat. Turning it up, start a debate. It's time to go, wrestle with grace. Ball in the snow, tie up his skates. Never too late, it's gonna blow. In the garage, counting some dough. With the big man and he hosting the show. We going global, so fast, never slow. Who is the GOAT of our ghosts?
Radio, best of all time, that's a ratio. Tiny tuna, welcome to the show. Yeah, gotta let them know. Gooat, Gooat. Radio, best of all time, that's a ratio. Tiny tuna, welcome to the show. Yeah, gotta let them know. Gooat, Gooat.